Thank you very much, Howard. We've got Eve Pollard with us, who is going to be reviewing more of the newspapers in a moment. But first of all, we've been promising you this all weekend. And, of course, we've also given you a few tasters already. It's our exclusive interview with Madonna. She's been talking to LBC 97.3 showbiz editor Joe Parkinson about her life in London, her husband, her kids and her politics. Morning, Joe.
Good morning.
How did this come about then? Because she's notoriously difficult to get hold of for interviews.
Well, it came as a shock to me. The record company rang. They said, Madonna's doing interviews. Do you want one? I said yes, and there we are. I ended up at the Dorchester on Friday. I was granted 6 minutes, 18 seconds with her.
Oh, blimey.
Luxury.
An absolute luxury.
Where did the 18 seconds come from? You stole that,
I think I stole that at the end.
They probably said 5 minutes,
finish.
Did they?
Yeah, they were like, wrap up. We've got 1 more minute. And I just quickly fired another few questions in there. But I felt I could because I was prepared for the worst with her. I really was, because I've heard so many awful situations. I've heard some nightmare interviews with her where she just doesn't play the game and she's very dismissive and very monosyllabic.
But then she's got an album to sell, hasn't she?
She's got an album to sell.
I saw that interview. Last time you were talking about Madonna, it was because that woman from Will and Grace interviewed her.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when I saw that in full, because I love that character in Will and Grace, and I just assumed, what's her name?
I can't.
You know the one that
I know
the one
exactly
with the high squeaky
the one who
voice.
plays Karen.
Yes.
The one who's the assistant, the socialite assistant. Yeah.
And because she's such a sassy character in Will and Grace.
But
and
it sounded bad, didn't
when
it?
she interviewed Madonna, she was so weak and so obsequious. I was just so
this
disappointed.
is what I was thinking, because they obviously made friends when Madonna did the cameo in Will and Grace, and I listened through to the interview and I was like, God, if she can't get a good interview, no one's going to be able to get a good interview.
Well, she just said things like, and is it difficult being so lovely all the time, Madonna?
Yeah.
Well, also, she's not a journalist, is she?
Very sycophantic.
But anyway, so back to your interview.
Yes.
So what's she like?
She was really nice. As I said, I was prepared for the worst. I walked in and I was so nervous, and I tried not to be, but I think there was other journalists there and everyone was psyching themselves up. It was amazing to see, because no one can make that happen. I've done a million interviews at the Dorchester, and there's never a room full of journalists sitting there chewing their nails and sweating, but everyone was absolutely terrified before they went in there. But I think everyone came out saying the same. Wow, that was really nice. And she said that she loved my shoes, was the first thing that she said to me. So that was great, and it really broke the ice. And
let's see them.
They're there.
Oh,
they're the same ones that I wore.
They are lovely.
Some nice pink stilettos.
The lucky pink shoes.
Yeah, and my lucky Madonna shoes. I thought I'd wear them again this morning. And then I just found her to be really nice after that, and really a good laugh, and not dismissive at all. I thought it would just be like, she'd be like, oh God, another interview. Because I was at the end of the day. I was at 6:30 in the evening.
Oh, the tail end.
And she'd been doing it all day. I think she did like Europe interviews in the morning. That was like 3 hours for the whole of Europe, and then radio interviews in the afternoon. So I could have got her in a really bad mood. And also, it was the last day of the 2 weeks of promo that she was doing. It was the final day. So she could have been really, really sick of it. She did say, oh God, I'm really tired of talking about myself. But when it actually went into the
that's the first time she's ever said that.
Yeah. But when it goes into the interview, she was absolutely fine. Well, Madonna, thank you very much for talking to LBC 97.3.
Sure.
It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Firstly, the album American Life, it's been hailed, everyone's saying it's your most personal work to date. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
I probably my most truthful. Yeah, I would. Mm-hmm.
And much of it talks about your dissatisfaction with the American dream. When did you start feeling like that, and why?
Well, it's my dissatisfaction with accepting the ethics, or the moral standards, or the sensibilities that I've been raised to believe were important. And a lot of the songs are about waking up from a dream and saying, oh my God, I was asleep all this time, and we're all asleep. We're all living in a dream. We all think the things that are real, the things that aren't real are real, and we're not paying attention to the things that are real. And so it's a kind of a pivotal moment in my life, and so of course I felt the need to write about it.
To most people, you're Madonna, the international superstar, Madonna the icon. Mm-hmm. How do you separate that from Madonna the person?
Well, I don't think of myself as an icon. Everybody else does. I'm still the person that, I wake up every morning and I have the same concerns, and I still want a cup of coffee. I still want to, I'm a creature of habit, and I do really normal things. So it's not, I don't feel like I have to separate it. You know, my job is writing music and entertaining people, and I do that job and I come home, and I don't think of myself as an icon or someone separate from humanity, you know.
Sometimes do you have to wake up and think of yourself as Madonna the star, or is it Madonna the mother, Madonna the wife?
Oh, like I said, if I think, I have to do a show tonight, all right, well, but first I have to take care of my kids and make the coffee and do my yoga practice and make sure everything's running smoothly in my house, and then I do that job. You know, it's all part of everyday life, and I don't separate one from the other.
And your kids are growing up now and look gorgeous. Do you see yourself in them?
Yeah, definitely. I see myself in my daughter a lot.
Is there any aspects of that you think, oh gosh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's a bit of an exhibitionist. She loves to perform and dress up and, she's a ballet dancer. She's obsessed with dancing, and I was too when I was little, and I didn't, it's just funny that's what she was interested in, and when I was a little girl I wanted to be a ballerina too. I think it's just in her molecular structure, So I see, she's very dramatic and very expressive, and I see myself in her a lot.
It's been said before, because Rocco is like a tiny guy.
Yeah.
Would you say that he was more like Guy and Lourdes is more like you?
He's a very funny clown. He's got an incredible sense of humour.
He's so cute. Looks like a right little trooper.
Yeah, he is.
Bless her. She loved talking about her kids. You could tell. She really her face lit up when she started talking about them.
I'm going to adopt that mantra.
What's that?
I don't see myself as an icon. Everyone else does. I think that's a good one, isn't it? I don't see myself as talented. Everyone else does.
Yeah, you got to admire that degree of self-deprecation, haven't you? What was she talking about when she says she's woken up from a dream? And she said, "I've always believed in ideals." And I no longer believe in the ideals I used to, the American dream. What's all that about?
I think it's, I took it to mean in the 80s when she was, huge still, but she almost lived in a bubble. It was like a Madonna bubble, and the rest of the world existed outside of that bubble. And she had all these yes men surrounding her. And also she loved the whole money thing, and that was when she was reinventing herself the whole time. It was almost like she wasn't a real person, whereas now I think she does
kids,
feel...
is basically
she's had
what's
kids, yeah,
here.
exactly.
Because kids, of course, don't care whether you're a superstar or whether you're at home all day. They still won't do what you tell them. And
I used to believe in making money, but now I've got $1 billion in the bank. I no longer believe in making money. I believe in what? Giving it away, or just sitting back and enjoying it?
I think she believes in complaining about it. Her 7 butlers, 3 nannies, and the rest of it. I mean, that's one thing I did love. She said, I have to get my house together. That means I have to make sure that everyone's doing the jobs that they're supposed to be doing.
But I think, doesn't she live quite not frugal, but I mean quite a frugal lifestyle compared in terms of her own and her wealth.
Yeah, apparently so. She's not flippant with her money, and she will look at the prices of things. Look, we're playing it in the 8 o'clock hour, but I asked her, we're talking to her about London, and she hates having to pay the congestion charge. She really resents it. Madonna has got all this money. She doesn't like paying this £5 a day.
Well, she lives in central London. She could get the full discount if she applied for it. Maybe we should have given her some...
Maybe we should have, I should have given her some advice, actually.
Who are we so? She probably doesn't know she can get it discounted.
No, it's because she won't give her phone number.
Ah.
But she could just give any old phone number.
She could give a Flunky's number, couldn't she?
Flunky, I love that word.
Anyway, thank you.
She's just on the cusp of the congestion charge where she lives.
Is she?
Apparently, it's just like literally she comes out of her drive.
That's right.
And goes about a metre, and then she has to pay the £5.
I see.
I'm exactly like that as well. I'm literally a block.
There you are. You've been waiting for years. You and Madonna finally have something in common.
Like her, I send the butler out. Just to park it.
I'll have you, butler. All right, Joe Parkinson. Thank you very much. More of the Madonna interview later on. So